Hello everyone, and what a nice morning we have here in Twin Ring Motegi here in the Tochigi prefecture after 4 races of the Zako Cup and after 9 races of the overall season, well 9 rounds that is. We're here at the ultimate round, the final race of the Formula Hall Japan season. But first, we're gonna be taking you here in Twin Ring Motegi for the finale 500 in Motegi. Or rather, the finale Grand Prix at Motegi Zako Cup race. Welcome everyone to round 10 of the Formula Hall Japan series. Round 5 of the Zako Cup, and of course we're talking about the finale Grand Prix at Motegi Zako Cup race. So that being said, let's take a look into the track map of the track. Unfortunately, I have forgotten to switch out the... I forgot to switch out the track map, unfortunately. You can... excuse us for that, as we're just going to clear this up. So it's a bit empty right now while I try to actually find the content this time. We're racing here in Twin Ring Motegi. Of course, we're going to be going for 64 laps of racing here in this track. Of course, it's located in the Tochigi prefecture. So excuse us while we try to not haphazardly try to get the track map in, and there we go. Yeah, so here's the actual track map for the Twin Ring Motegi. You can see the 4.796 kilometers, 14 corners, etc, etc, etc. You can read all the details in your own time. Just wanted to get everyone to check on a few things. Yeah. While we also try to adjust the names, because some of these names are already gone to greater heights, you can say that. So anyways, it's the final race of the Formula Hall Live Japan season. Well, it's for the Zako Cup. We're looking at target lap 133.839. It's also Minato Aqua's final race in the ARO, and it's the finale venue of Formula Hall Live. So there's a lot of things going on. We got a championship battle between Ryuta Asano and Sean Pauli. And also at the same time, we also wanted to highlight the final race for Ryuta Asano in the Minato Aqua number 9. So while we adjust the names here, so we just wanted to highlight the championship prospects at the moment. So Ryuta Asano currently has a very amazing season so far, at least in the Zako Cup. He didn't qualify for the CO Cup, but at the very least he managed to grab 2 wins in the well, he didn't qualify for the CO Cup, but at the very least got 2 wins in the Zako Cup so far. He won at Motegi, and then he won at Suzuka. Okayama was won by Sean Pauli, which explains why Sean Pauli is still in the title fight. So anyway, looking into the rest of the field, we're looking at the battle for the top 5 spots, which is currently now comprised of Jeff Rohan, Alex Grant, Cal Gibbons, Zeke Wimberly, and Mohammad Shakif Reza. Just wanted to adjust a few more names here, as we have some unwanted names still in the list. Again, I can only apologize for the lack of preparation. We've been very busy these days with real life and all that, so you can try to sympathize with us. So just wanted to remind to you that there are multiple drivers making their returns to the Formula Hall Live Japan, and at the same time some are making their own debut. For example, Seirin in the number 59 Otonose Kanade number 59 car, and then we also have the likes of Joshu Asahi, who's also making his debut for Hakui Koyori. And then we also have the likes of Zeke Wimberly making his return for Shirakami Fubuki. Well, in Formula Hall Japan, he now finally makes his debut for Shirakami Fubuki. And also, we have Joey representing Jufute Raden for the first time in Formula Hall Live. And here's the moment you're probably waiting for, at the very least, into looking into what the trophy looks like. Sure, it's literally just a postseason trophy from last year, and it's now renamed. But this is a great trophy, the Gauntlet, designed by Hainari Miyuki. So it's to be awarded to the Zako Cup winner at the end of this race. So without further ado, let's get into the qualifying session, as we are very, very excited to see the prospect of the cars actually racing here in Sportsline Sugo. I just wanted to check that everything is in order. We got the first car out on track, and of course that car is Jeff Rohan, who has not had a good season in Formula Hololive, which is absolutely a bit of a shame here, given Toa is also fairly committed to the bright uniforms. He's currently in 4th place though. Well, then you ask yourself the competition inside the CO Cup, well, in qualifying for the CO Cup, that is, it's just very, very tight at the top, at least in the top half. And so we're seeing these cars now out on the track, trying to get their cars limbered up for the their hot laps on this final qualifying session for the Zako Cup for this season. Of course, behind him is Irie Nakamura, who has also not had a good season in 2024, currently sitting 11th in the Zako Cup at 186 points. Here's Joshua Asahi making his debut for Koiri, and then there's Cashew for Sonamaki Watame, with Johan Sinful also making his run as well. Zeke Wimberly in his debut for Shirakami Fuki. Let's see how he is able to get the number 22 out. And of course, let's also not forget the elephant in the room. It's Yuta San, who's currently leading Yuta's Sean Pauli by over nearly 150 points. So right now we are going to be paying attention to Asano's progress. Of course, a lot of things have been going on in his mind, given that this is the last time he will be racing for Minato Ako in any capacity. Ako herself has already graduated 3 months ago. So let's take a look into the hot lap here in Twin Ring Motegi here. So you treat the 13 and 14 chicane, try to straight line as much as possible, but also take a look, focus into getting a good exit into the main straight. Break at a 50-meter board into the first 2 corners. But you treat the first 2 corners as like a single corner, as Asano grabs a lot of the inside curb at the 2nd corner. And then into the 70-meter board, you break into turn 3. Then you open yourself up into turn 4, flat into this section. And into turn 5. Break at a 50-meter board, go for that turning and braking at the same time section. And then into the S of turn 6 and 7. And then into turn 8 and, 7 and 8. Here, and then turn 9, hard braking into a very slow corner, very technical here, 2nd gear, and then a short burst into a hairpin into turn 10. It's a great overtaking move here, this part. Going for that blade apex for you to absolutely make use of that long back straight. Nakamura has already set her first lap, 1:44.31. Oh, a big gap here into turn 11, into the infield once again, turn 12, and then in straight line, turn 13 and 14. That's going to be a decent lap for Yuta Asano, as he will set a 1:32.991, fastest out of anyone so far. So it's going to be very exciting to see Asano still going gung-ho. Sean Pauli has not qualified himself. Well, was in the top 5, but now he's just down. And just wanted to play around with the timing tower to see what has gone on here. So you can see here the gaps between Asano and the rest of the field. So that's pretty good, but not before. We want to pay attention to Seirin, who has managed to set the fastest time out of anyone so far. This is her first race for Otonose Kanade in Formula Hololive, so it's also very exciting to see. Meanwhile, Muhammad Shakif Reza, 1:32.689 for him. The lap time targets have been shattered out of the floor, as you can see how much he's been attacking. Holy. Meanwhile, Sean Pauli down in 9th place. He's not going to be in a position to win the title at this rate. He needs 4th or better for him to, at the very least, give it a challenge to Asano. And if Asano is currently inside the top 7, then he's going to be winning the Zako Cup title. And if the grid is what it would be the race results, then Yuta Asano would be the 2024 Zako Cup champion. Sean Paul just hasn't been improving. And then you can also note, I also noticed there's a massive amount of gap between first and last, especially first and 17th. Well, we're also going to be taking a look at the first and 16th, as Shakireza and Cashew are 4 seconds between each other. Nakamura and Rohan aren't having great races here. Looks like one car has not gone out at the slightest. Just wanted to check who it is. Oh no, it's Tsukaichi Mikalev. Tsukaichi Mikalev hasn't been out of the track. His car has been suffering problems. He wasn't able to start the car. Masaraido-san, konnichiwa. 今日は決勝戦、Motegi での決勝戦、2024年フォーミュラーホロライブ日本ザコ杯最後戦、フィナーレグランプリ at Motegi であります。Just wanted to introduce a bit of a, what has been happening in Motegi. Just a description of the Motegi Grand Prix to Japanese fans watching. We have some Japanese fans tuning in. Joshua Asahi now up into 6th place on his debut. Just wanted to remind everyone, みんなに教えておきます。シャキフェザーは現在ポールを取りました。Shakireza is currently on pole position. So Joshua Asahi now, absolutely running wild with his car. このレースでは、ザコ杯のレースでは、選手権のバトルはクライマックスにつきました。このバトルは、ヒュータサノとショーン・ポリの中だけです。2人の選手だけがザコ杯を優勝し得ます。Anyways, hopefully now having a rebound here for the Tokyo Tora driver, now up into 3rd place. So we all have to question ourselves, where has this pace been in the qualifiers, at least in the split qualifiers, because the Soratomo really needed that. Meanwhile, Sean Go now goes up into 3rd place. Lucky Asano is currently in 5th place, wanted to close out his Formula Hololive Japan career for Minato Aqua. He's doing very well to get up there. I mean, Joshua Asahi manages to get up into 6th place. So it's going to be a very, so it's already a tight qualifying session. It's Masaraido now currently is in 15th place. Masaraido 選手は現在は15位にいて、そしてヒットアウトしています。Anyways, Muhammad Cashew now in 16th place, doesn't seem to find any improvements. Tsukaichi Mikalev continues to not be able to set a lap time, as there are some serious problems in the car right now. He just cannot get out. He's stuck throttle problem, so right now he's just going to stay in the pit lane. Just hope that he's able to get out. It's going to be likely that Mikalev isn't going to be able to get out of the pit box or the grid. So it is going to be very, very likely that he will not make the start on the final race of the season. Not the way to end the season for all of the Mikopis. Yeah, that's what some of the people will say. Yes, I am making a Kamen Rider Saber reference. Just wanting to understand the situation. So, anyways, we got just wanted to check back on the championship contenders, Sean Pauli and Yuta Asano. It's literally a battle just between the two. Joey has now been out of title contention despite his predecessor finishing on the podium. Stongo, meanwhile, is now back out on track. Shakib Reza continues to improve. I mean, it's nice to see Shakib Reza back out on up front. Just wish that he was able to qualify for the CO Cup, given his performance. Meanwhile, Sean Pauli continues to get himself back out to 10th. He's not going to go out without a fight, I don't think. As you can see here, Sean Pauli absolutely needs a miracle. If Yuta Asano does crash out in the final race of the season, which I don't think it should be happening, which I should believe it should not be happening, Sean Pauli needs 4th place or better to overcome the gap that has been opened up by actually no, not 4th or better, sorry, it's 3rd or better, sorry. He needs 3rd or better for Sean Pauli to overcome the gap. Meanwhile, Saren's just having a very, very amazing race for her so far. You can see here, she is already on his first Formula Hololive race. She's already only 0.06 of a second behind the pole sitter, Mohamed Shakib Reza. So, it's nice to see Shakib Reza trying to vie for his 3rd win of the season, trying to equal his brother's record for most wins in a single season. And you can see how tight it is inside the top 5 as Mohamed Cashew now gets into the top 4. That bumps Masaraido down to 17th. That also bumps Joey down in 16th. Jeff Rohan continues to stay down there. Masaraido, meanwhile, continues to improve. He's now up into 13th. Still a long way to go in this qualifying session. As you can see here, Asano still in 6th place, still in the position for him to win the Zako Cup title. John Gibbons is looking for revenge. At least he's preparing for next season. For him to get himself back into the CO Cup. Shango, meanwhile, currently is in 3rd. Casio 4th, Fumi 5th. And looking at Asahi, he's doing very well in his debut. He's now up in 7th. Zeke Wimberley, meanwhile, is trying to get himself back into grips with the super fast cars. Well, it's an LR SF19, but it is the official car for Formula Hololive Japan, so in the final minutes of qualifying, and it's currently still Shakib Reza and Saren on the top spots. I have not seen any improvements from Wimberley so far. As you can see here, he's absolutely throwing his car at it. But you can see here, he's been very, very slow. Now 3 seconds behind. And right now the window for him to get back into the pits and trying to bolt in new tires and try again has also now waned, as this means that Zeke Wimberley will not qualify higher than 14th at this rate unless if he can find time. He doesn't have. Fumi and Asano have also ended their qualifying run. This has not been Fumi Asano's qualifying runs in Formula Hololive Japan done and dusted. Well, unless he comes back for crossover events, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, we are also going to be paying attention to the likes of possibly Callum Gibbons, who have already set a fastest second sector 1:13.546 for the two-time race winner here in Formula Hololive Japan, and now he has made his way into the pits, so it all counts for nothing. As you can see, Sean Pauli, meanwhile, is not done with his qualifying session. He is gonna see if he can find anything left in that number 56 Formula Hololive car colored in Inugami Corone's colors. As you can see here, Sean Pauly, he's now barreling himself into the main straight for him to start one more lap. One more lap is what he needs. And that is what he's been given right now. And right now, all he needs to do is to get as fast of a lap time as he can go. The timer has finally ticked down to 0. Wide on the second sector, wide on the double apex, left-hander, but he's doing okay. As Salman now gets into the front row. What is this pace? Oh my goodness. Salman has been nowhere throughout the entire season, and only now he wants to show pace in Formula Hololive, given Aski's complete preference towards the bright uniforms. Anyway, Sean Pauly now sets a fastest first sector with 40.2. And right now, Sean Pauly should not think of going into the pit lane unless his fuel loads just doesn't allow it. Oh, we still have to blame the mechanics for that. So anyways, Sean Pauly now coming into the back straight as Seirin now steals pole position away from Mohamed Shakif Reza with a 1:32.681, but that's not going to be the main driver to focus. You can see here, Sean Pauly is now 0.05 of a second slower. At the very least, he can contest on the front row. As Joshua Asahi now gets into pole position of 1:32.558. Sean Pauly, one of the last cars out on track. Where will Sean Pauly sit? And he will only be good enough for 5th. Look at the last cars out on track. That is Sean Go. Now the last car out on the, crossing the line. That should be it. Joshua Asahi, take a bow to him. He has grabbed essentially a debut pole position. And so the final pole position goes to the debutant in Formula Hololive Japan, Joshua Asahi, who has done very, very well to get himself into pole position in his debut. And it is very surprising as well because it is after the timer has struck 0. And so anyways, let's take a look into the starting lineup here for the finale Grand Prix at Motegi Zako Cup race. And as you can see here, Joshua Asahi sits on pole position with a 1:32.558 time with Seirin alongside. So we have 2 debutants on the front row. Joshua Asahi on pole position. We have the Koyori and the Kanade cars on the front row. Shakir Reza is looking for his 3rd win of the season, his 4th in Formula Hololive Japan. For Moses and Nene, as Crystal Salomon and for Aski starts 4th place. Where's this pace? Where's this pace been? Seriously. Sean Pauly 5th place for Inugami Korone is in 5th place, looking to get himself into the top 4 to give him a minimum chance for him to win the Zako Cup title. Shangos is in 6th for Ishiorika. Mama Cashew 7th for Tsunomaki Watami with Hofumi 8th for Tokinosora. Yuta Sano in car number 9 for Minato Aqua in the 9th place spot in his final race for Minato Aqua, and Minato Aqua to the final race in ARO competitions. Jake Martinez starts 10th, the new full-time driver for Hyodo Xiao. He starts 10th. Kyle Gibbons starts 11th for Roboco, looking to find his way back into the next season. Alex Grant starts 12th for Yukihana Lamy. Maserado 13th for Todoroki Hajime with 14th Zigwin Rally on his first race back in Japan since last season for Shirakawa Fubuki. Ari Nakamura starts 15th for Akai Hato with Joey 16th for Jufute Radin. Jeff Rohan 17th for Tokoyami Towa with Johansson for 18th in the Natsura Matsuri card. And Tsukaji Miko will start 19th for Sakura Miko. So with that out of the way, we are going to just give a bit of a preview here as the cars are now lining themselves up. The 19 cars are already getting ready to race here in Twin Ring Motegi. It's 2 debutants on the front row right now, with Joshua Asahi on pole position, with Seirin in 2nd place. And then we also have Yuta Sano, who's currently in 9th place, and Sean Pauly in 5th. Let's see how the championship permutations will go for the leaders as we're about to get this race finally underway. And now, The moment we've all been waiting for, the finale Grand Prix at Motegi Zako Cup race is about to get underway. And we are go, and predictably that's Isakaji Mikalev at the back, suffering problems right now. And you can see here, Joshua Sahi tries to hang around the outside, defending against Seirin. As you can see here, at the exit turn 2 might there be chaos. There's someone actually going loose at the exit of turn 2 due to contact, but it looks to me that they're all good so far. Meanwhile, Asahi and Seirin are trading blows between each other. Asahi now gets back in the lead. Oh, you see here, he lost the rear momentarily. Sean Boley also now dropped himself down to 6th place. And you can see here, and now you can see Shaka Reza about to challenge Seirin for position for that 2nd place spot. As Asahi now leads, Seirin 2nd, Shaka Reza 3rd, Salman 4th, Go 5th, Paulie 6th, Cashew 7th, Fumi 8th, Asano 9th, and Martinez 10th. Some great battles here as Joey now gets up into 14th place. Maseraido is now down into 15th place. As you can see here, Seirin now is going to pile on the pressure against Joshua Asahi. Sean Paulie is not in the position for to win the title so far, but now Sean Paulie is about to fight back against Sean Go. The two Seans once again trade blows between each other, and now you can see Sean Paulie is going to try to have a good run around the outside of the hairpin coming into turn 11. Of course, the 64 laps are getting ready here. As you can see, Paulie is continuing to bully Sean Go around the outside, and Paulie this time gets up in a decent position for him to get up. As you can see here, he's now up into 5th place. Maseraido and Joey are currently in a battle of wits on their own. As you can see, Nakamura this time is about to get herself into the points. Oh, there's another battle here as Zeke Wimberly now goes down the inside of Callum Gibbons into turn 1. Can Gibbons hang on? Who has to go off into the inside there, and unfortunately he will lose out on this battle. Joseph Asai doing a very good job here. Oh, that's Muhammad Cashew! He's rolled over. It looks like he hit the curb very aggressively at the exit of turn 3. You see how high the curbs were, and unfortunately Muhammad Cashew will also join Isakaji Mikalev and the pit lane, as both cars have unfortunately retired from the race. So Muhammad Cashew and Isakaji Mikalev's Formula Hall seasons have unfortunately come to an end, and we go with the most extent of talents. And right now, anything goes between all of these drivers. You can see Nakamura just trying to see if she's able to at least get closer to Maseraido, but you can see here she's not closer than you think. Meanwhile, Joseph Asahi has been absolutely destroying it in the field here. He's now over 3 seconds ahead. 1:34.333, fastest lap of the race so far. Asahi is looking to race in solidarity for Hakui Koiri, who of course is going to lose her absolute dear partner, that is Sakamata Chloe. They may have some fights here and there, but they are still close nonetheless. Oh, sliding on turn 3 here, trying to stay on the limit. And now we're in the point where we're able to show you all the race field monitor here. And it looks to me that a lot of these drivers are going to be pitting in between lap 30 to lap 50, but watch out for the driver pitting on lap 40 plus, that they will be the ones who will be going for the overcut strategy. Joshua Asahi just continuing to showcase what he can do for Hakui Koiri. He already has shown glimpses of potential, trying to hang on 3rd place at Okayama last week. But was kind of worse off aware. Can I say that? Worse off aware. But yeah, he was caught up by Vladislav Domashnev on the final lap. And that costed him the podium, but he did score a pole position, if I'm not mistaken, on his debut, which also is a good thing to note. As you can see, he gets to start another fast lap, 134.244 for the Hakui Koyori driver, and it looks to me that he wants to try to emulate what Fabio Mendes did in last season by winning a Formula Hololive Japan race for Hakui Koyori in his debut. And right now, Joshua Asahi just going to he's just going to continue making his own run as well. It is Crystal Salmon currently in 4th place. We often ask where Salmon has been in the 2024 Formula Hololive Japan season, especially as we mentioned multiple times over. Aski being very committed to the bright uniforms. Like I think she used the bright uniforms at least 10 times this year, which absolutely showcases her priorities and interests. But Salman has been showing that on to all of this. As you can see, Salman has been very woeful today, unfortunately for the pioneers who were paying attention to Salman's progress. .134.529. He's now mellowed up a bit, as you can see here. He still manages to pull ahead of Seirin and Shakureza. If you want to know why, Joshua Asahi is actually just a very quick driver, and even if you look into the fuel loads, he is not going to hit twice. He is pretty heavy loaded, just like some of the other drivers who might be hitting on lap 40. Also, drivers are going to be pitting on lap 40, by the way, so it's going to be a long first stint, and then the second stint to close it off. And just wanted to take a look into some of the other things that may be happening, as you can see. Potential battles coming in the way of Hofumi trying to overtake Ryuta Sano, who is now up into 8th place. As it stands, again, Ryuta Sano will be the 2024 Formula Hololive Japan Zako Cup champion. And now before Asano is going to try to challenge Hofumi, or rather, Asano trying to challenge Hofumi to 7th place. But right now, Asano needs to take it easy, though. I mean, another positive thing to note here is that Asano is only 2 cars away from Sean Pauli, and you can see, oh man, Joshua Asahi continues to pull away from the rest of the field. As you can see here, the first place car absolutely ripping it in the field, 1.7 seconds over his nearest competitor in this 90. もし日本人の皆さんがあればコメントしてください。できるだけ返事しようとするようになるようにどうぞ返事してください。Anyways, I'm asking everyone to also let their thoughts known in the comments down below, especially in the live chat, especially as you can see here. As you can see, we'd like to read out the opinions of the people watching the stream, as you can see here. So 5 laps complete, and of course we are not exactly at 30 kilometers of racing just yet. There's still a long way to go. And you can see Shakureza, meanwhile, it's also losing touch to Seirin. Well, yeah, so right now it's going to be a pretty drawn out race based on what we're seeing. So I just wanted to give a bit of a trivia for everyone to note. Motegi was actually left out of the 2023 Formula Hololive Japan season. This is actually the first time Formula Hololive has actually went to Motegi. Now Super Formula Hololive. As you can see here, Shakureza and Crystal Salmon are getting their personal bests as they're aiming to get themselves back into fighting position to the essentially the leaders. But it is also very likely that these drivers might be pitting much earlier than usual. That's also another thing to pay attention. I just wanted to take some time to take a look into the timing tower to see if there are any potential battles, and right now there's not much to talk about. So let's take a look into some of the drivers in question. We have 4 debutants, well, 3 debutants and 1 returning to the Formula Hall of Japan, and that is Joe Sasahi, Seirin, and Joey, who are making their Formula Hall Live debuts today, and Zeke Wimberly, who returns to the Shirakawa Fubuki number 22, as Tamayuki Agi has now been tasked to make a move for the Takanori number 61, as Yuta Sano now actually is trying to get himself into 7th place, which is at least the minimum guarantee position that no matter where Poli finishes, well, Asano will win the title. So we're going to be looking into Ryota Asano absolutely with intent, as Asano is going to be aiming for something big, especially for his Oshi Aqua, well, former Oshi in Hall Life, that is Aqua. And right now we're just going to be paying attention if Asano is able to just continue to get close. I think he's gone way too close there to Hofumi. Almost caused the crash there, as you've seen in the as you can see here in the bottom right radar. And now Asano still trying to find something against Hofumi right now. And right now Hofumi is going to still hanging around in defense, and right now he is actually managed to pull himself away against Asano, so great stuff happening. As just to remind everyone that we also have 17 cars remaining in the race. Skyji Mikhailov has been out of the race due to persistent car problems, and Mohamed Cashew has rolled himself over, hitting the cars way too hard at the exit of turn 3, which caused him to spin out, well, roll over and retire from the race. I mean, he landed not in the right side up positions, he landed somewhat upside down. So that's also something to, you know, not be excited, at least if you are a Watamate. And as we are going to as you can see, Asano still continuing to again to Furuno. Meanwhile, Grant and Martinez are going to go side by side, as Alex Grant's going to go up into 9th place there. The move was already on at the already at turn 5, and now it's Alex Grant now up in 9th place. Take it easy. Meanwhile, Joshua Sahi with another fastest lap, 134.073 for the Hakui Koyori driver. And you can see here, just want to check on the rest of the field if there's anything to look out for. Asano now has caught up a bit to Hofumi though. Well, Asahi's done a very good job there, maintaining a 12-second gap to Seirin after 9 laps of racing. Very dominant so far from Asahi, as you can see here. And just wanted to take a look back into the windshield monitor, and as you can see, first driver to pit is going to be Irie Nakamura, who is going to be pitting in the next 18 laps. He pit earlier, so he's going to go for an undercut strategy. We see Nakamura now absolutely getting ever so closer now to Masaraido. Masaraido is now going to have to watch over his shoulder as Nakamura is going to go down the inside. Nakamura, meanwhile, Joshua Asai continues to fastest lap after fast lap. This time at 1:33.873. This time it's going to be Masaraido now trying to fight back as Nakamura. Nakamura is going to try to squeeze Masaraido on the inside line. It looks to me that it might actually work though for Nakamura. Great defensive move by Nakamura. But let's also highlight Nakamura's great attacking play to a dive bomb out of nowhere, but it's also very, very unsafe. 10 laps complete here in Twin Ring Motegi, and it's still very much a contest for any position other than first place right now. Looking at Joshua Asahi, he might be stuck behind the traffic, but he is going to try to find some insurance, so let's see if he's able to get it done. Alex Duran, meanwhile, is going to go at it against Hyuta Asano. Asano now, the gap's open up between himself and Hokumi. The gap's now up to 1.4 seconds between Kumi and Asano. As you can see here, just wanted to showcase the difference between Asahi and the rest of the field. 133.9 on Asahi on that last lap. Seirin, on the other hand, is only going to be able to respond with a 135.481, so a massive difference in lap time as we speak. As you can see here, the cold temperatures already here in Twin Ring Motegi is going to cause a lot of trouble. Oh, is it? I'm not sure if it's just me, or are we seeing red on the left side of the screen? Lap 12 of this Motegi Grand Prix, the finale Grand Prix at Motegi Zako Cup race, and we are still trying to see if there are any more potential battles, especially about just going forward. Joey, meanwhile, is staying on that final points position. Sinful is also gunning for that final points position. Elzran, on the other hand, looking to finally make an overtake on Hyuta Asano. Asano is not in a guaranteed position, but Paulie is not in a position where he's able to contest the Zako Cup title, with his position like that. Of course, he is coming in with a lot of momentum. Of course, he won the previous Formula Hall Japan race at Okayama, so it's going to be a interesting outlook to see if maybe, just maybe, the likes of Sean Paulie is going to be able to overtake Sean Paulie, if he's able to overtake the likes of Salaman, Shakabreza, and Seirin at the minimum, because Yoshio Asahi is currently very much up there. Now, he can try, but it's going to be an uphill battle to go to. And anyways, as we're going to take a short break in commentary, we will be coming back to you in a few seconds to rest the throw. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere. We're watching the finale Grand Prix at Motegi Zako Cup race, and more battles are to come. Welcome back to Twin Ring Motegi. What nice racing we are seeing here, especially between Hofumi and Shango. He made the initial move down the inside at turn 5. You see, as you saw a few seconds back. So it's a great move there by Hofumi to get himself into the top 6. And this time, Yuta Asano is gonna try to find something as Joshua Asahi now sets another fastest lap of the race. So this is going to be some interesting outlook to see here on this typical track here in Motegi. Anyway, we do mention about the track being cold, so the tires are not going to be warming up as quickly as it should, and so you're going to be seeing a lot of graining on the cars. Trying to throw his car at it. Fumi currently in 6th place, trying to find his way into Sean Paul. He also has been blistering. Not sure we are able to use this one as a reference. But anyways, Fumi is blistering right now, trying to avenge what has happened in the previous Hololive GT3 race at Sportsline Sugo, which is a few kilometers north of Motegi, of course. And the gap's now open up to 20 seconds. As you can see here, this is where Joshua Asahi is right now. He's still setting 133.9s. Meanwhile, Seirin and the rest of the field are setting 135s. Let's see what Seirin's lap time is. She's only able to set a 135.961. Also, driver setting 135s. Meanwhile, Hofumi and Sean Godo has picked up the pace. So we're about to approach the first quarter of the race being concluded, and as you can see here, Shaki Reza is now currently up in 3rd place, trying to overtake Seirin for 2nd. And now the battle for 5th place is still pretty much rife. Oh, and it's Shango getting absolutely close there to Hofumi. Fortunately, it hasn't backfired that much, but he needs to try again. We got 14 laps done and dusted as Go is gonna try to go down the inside. Hopefully this time he's gonna go for a fight back. Meanwhile, oh, that's contact! That's Yuta Asano! Further back, I think that was Alex Grant trying to go down the inside of Yuta Asano! And that's him out of the race! That is not how Asano wanted to end his Minato Aqua career! But he should have solace into knowing that there's still a few things that could still go Asano's way, as long as Sean Pauli finishes inside the top 4. As long as Pauli doesn't finish inside the top 4, Yuta Asano will still be champion. Yuta Asano has crashed at the hairpin at turn 10. He was on the outside defending against Alex Grant, and Alex Grant was he was actually not ahead of Asano when the contact happened. And I just wanted to check back onto the onboards here, and especially on the replay. Oh no, yeah, Alex Grant was not even ahead of Asano. Yeah, you can tell. It's gonna be as egregious as that for Alex Grant. So the stewards are currently opening an investigation for Alex Grant for causing a collision. Not that it will affect Sean Pauli much, and given that Asano's race is already over. It was very, very promising for Ryota Asano after he was, of course, collected by Alex Grant, and which I believe there's going to be a 30-second time penalty. And looks like we do have confirmation from the stewards, 30-second time penalty for Alex Grant for causing a collision, which it will not, of course, it will not affect the rest of the field. It will not affect any drivers like from go to back, but it will affect Martinez, Gibbons, Wimberly, Nakamura, Raido, Joey, and Sinful, who might just be able to get an added position. Oh dear. You have to feel for Ryota Asano. Ryota Asano racing in his final race for Minato Aqua. This is Minato Aqua's final race in aero competitions. Everyone, a lot of people are now at a loss for words here onto Asano's predicament, but we can at the very least have a solace knowing that Asano will end his Formula Hololive career with 2 wins under his belt. One during which when Aqua was still an active VTuber. But here's the thing: will Asano's mid Zako Cup stretch be enough for him to actually give him the Zako Cup title? We'll have to wait and see, as Sean Pauli still needs 4th place. He needs 4th place. You can tell though, you can tell that Asano has just been very teary-eyed coming out of the car. He knew that all he needed to do is to get himself into top 7. And there's another crash! Oh, there's Wimberly and Nakamura. It looks to me that both of them were involved in collisions at turn 5. It looks to me that both of them have damage now. And now this will mean that Jeff Rohan, no matter where he will finish, will be in the points. And because Wimberly is ahead of Nakamura, by the time they crash, Wimberly will be finishing inside the points. So we now have 14 cars remaining in the Zako Cup. And right now the entire so anyways, you can see here, still a lot of things going on in the stream. It's not over yet. It's not over. If you're an optimist, it's not over. There's still permutations that may still go Asano's way. If you are Ryota Asano, yes, you have every right to be pissed at Alex Grant for crashing someone out, for crashing you out of the race, for sending you into the gravel. But at the same time, you can at least take solace into knowing that the gaps that you have built throughout the 3-race stretch has been very much immaculate. And you can see here, Sean Pauli only needs to get things done. Sean Pauli, Sean Pauli just needs 4th place. He just needs that position for him to properly secure the Zako Cup title. And right now, Sean Pauli has a destiny play out directly on his hands with Asano being crashed out. by by this driver, Alex Grant, who will be serving a 30-second penalty for causing a collision. The collision that single-handedly influenced the championship permutations here, with Asano being set to score only a 17th place finish, with him retiring due to Alex Grant's crazy driving. It's now going to be in the hands of, again, as we mentioned, Sean Pauli. Masaraido now sets the fastest lap of the race. As you can see, your Salman is now completely under pressure for Sean Pauli here. Sean Pauli knows this is the opportunity that he needs to win the Zako Cup title. But he also wanted to point out that there are only 19 laps complete. There's still a long way to go in this race, and pit stop strategies have yet to start. We will check replays on how the crash played out, but we can tell you this for sure. It was Alex Grant who was completely behind Hyuta Asano and still broke late and hit Asano's right rear tire, which sent him into the gravel. Anyway, Shango and this time Alex Grant are gonna go at it between each other once again. And you can see here, oh, they're still side by side into the final corners. You can see here Alex Grant, he knows that he has a penalty, so he has to absolutely give it everything he's got. Provisionally, he will finish in 14th place. And as you can see here, Grant. Oosh. And Alex Grant now this time is going to go down into Alex Grant. And you can see here Grant, he's gonna go, if he does that again, he will be given another 30-second time penalty for causing a collision. Ooh. And of course, if you want to talk about the context of, and if you want to talk about the championship context in the Zako Cups, especially for the context of Alex Grant, he has been knocked out of title contention, I believe, after his low finish in Okayama, so he's probably just a bit salty about how he lost out of the championship. But the way he did it against Yuta Asano just makes it even more cruel. Ofumi now trying to get himself into Sean Pauli this time. Sean Pauli has now lost out just a bit to and now we can see here for the first of the pit stop activities now start with Alex Grant, the first of the guys making pit stop, and also joining him is Masaraido too. So it will be interesting to see how they will end up with this pit stop cycles. And it looks to me that you can see here Masaraido is going to be filled to the brim. Same goes to Alex Grant. So they will spend a lot of time in the pits. Meanwhile, we got to see, that's Sean Pauli and Hofumi. And that's Hofumi actually shoving Pauli off in 6th place. I just wanted to point out to everyone once again that Hyuta Asano can still win the title if Sean Pauli finishes, if Sean Pauli finishes 5th or worse. So right now, Sean Pauli is currently in 6th, and there's still a long way to go in this race. Looking at Sean Pauli's strategy, it looks to me that Sean Pauli will not be pitting until probably the next 20 laps. or maybe in the next 15 laps, but we'll have to wait and see. He will be pitting in the second half of the race. Seirin this time has caught up, or rather has now closed herself back up into Joshua Asahi. Joshua Asahi, meanwhile, is currently having a very, very lonely race, and just so happens to actually catch up to Alex Grant, who is now currently 13th, and he is about to get lapped. Masarida, on the other hand, is already lapped. Sean Go is going to go at it as Sean Pauli. Sean Pauli is not having the race that he needs. If he wants to change the fate, then he might need to think of actually pitting right now, because right now he's losing a lot of time to the drivers in front, and he absolutely should not be relying on crashes in front as well. Sean Pauli, if he wants to win the Zako Cup title, he needs to absolutely go at it and go absolutely berserk. And by berserk, I mean go absolutely ham on the car right now, give it everything he's got, and get himself at least into 4th place. Because if he gets into 4th place, then he will overtake Hyuta Asano by points, and it will be Sean Pauli who will be the Zako Cup champion. But as it stands, Hyuta Asano will still be the Zako Cup champion due to Pauli not being able to overcome the massive points gap that Asano has built in the 3 races that came before this. It's a 134 for Sakureza, Salman, and Fubi, but meanwhile Pauli and Go sit at a 135s. So in short, Pauli's losing time to the drivers in front. We're about to get into the second half of the race pretty soon when we get into lap 33. Just wanted to point out Sean Pauli just updated the helmet color to also highlight Sean Pauli's just changed the palette. He used to run a pink version of this helmet, but now Pauli now runs a orange version of the helmet. So as you see, Sean Pauli trying to switch up the play while also keeping true to his identity. And Sean Pauli is currently needing a miracle right now, at the very least, and trying to find his pace back. Seirin now this time with the fastest start of the race, 133.584. So right now Seirin is going to be a new, is going to be a woman on a mission this time. But of course, looking at Seirin though, she will be pitting much later in the race though. She will be pitting at around lap 45 to lap 50, so she wants to try to get into the overcut strategy. We have the Soras cars currently in 4th and 5th with Salman representing ASCII and Hofumi representing Tokino Sora. Here, Hofumi this time is going to absolutely just wanted to see if Fumi is just going to always absolutely sliding the car, but he has lost a lot of time in the process. And now you can see here the amount of times the paces have ebbed and flowed between the drivers is going to be absolutely crazy. And right now we're also going to be taking a look into Seirin, who is in a serious position to try to get herself back into Joshua Asahi. And as you can see here, Joshua Asahi is currently struggling to, at the very least, keep tabs to Alex Grant. And now Seirin is going to use that opportunity to try to close the gap back down. Motegi right now is very, very chilly. And right now you can see here, Sayre on the other hand is gonna try to give it everything she is gonna have on this race. Meanwhile, we got Hofumi though trying to get close to Salman, who's now gone close to Shaka Reza. This is going to be expanded to the battle of the final podium positions. Shaka Reza is now currently hanging on in third place, trying to ride the high of getting his best ever finish in Hololive GT3 last week at at Sportsland Sugo. And you can see here, Masaraido though says a 136.799, which is not a very positive outlook for trying to get himself back into the hybrid license in the positions. But you can see here, he is at the very least 9 seconds behind Alex Grant, who currently has a 30-second time penalty for causing a collision. Salman and Fumi have absolutely clawed themselves back into the grasp of Shaki Reza. Shongo and Jake Martinez have now set personal bests. Same goes for Count Gibbons. So the race is now firmly back on as a contest. As the race continues to progress, we're gonna see Sean Pauly just trying to find something against Salman and Fumi, especially because Salman and Fumi, as overtaking the both of them will mean that Pauly will be in 4th place as it stands. We got lap 28 already started a long time ago. As you can see, Joshua Asahi this time is going still stranded behind the back of Alex Grant, and Sayre is going to be using this chance to close the gap slowly but surely. So Ryder will provisionally be in 13th place after Alex Grant will be taking his 30-second time penalty. Oh. A bit of a stop there on the engine from Shakib Reza, and that's going to absolutely open the door for Soundman to possibly think of a move down the inside. While Shakib Reza is just going to continue doing his stuff in 3rd place at the moment. He's doing very decently as it stands, but Salman and Fumi, meanwhile, are going to do their best to attack. Oh, and as we said, that Salman's made a mistake, and that's not going to open the door for Fumi to attack this time, as now Fumi's going to go down the inside. Soraz rejoice, as you can see here. Fumi now is going to try to peel down the inside of Salman, as you can see. Fumi tried to make the inside line work, and I don't think he might be able to, as Salman manages to defend 4th place. But in doing so, Fumi has now opened himself up against Sean Pauly, who wants that 5th place. One more position, and one position closer toward him to win the Zako Cup. At least that's in the minimum sense. Meanwhile, Martinez and Sean Go are gonna go at it between each other side by side. Oh, and that's Jake Martinez sliding at the exit of turn 1, at the exit of turn 2. Oh, and that's there's contact between the two. You saw Jake Martinez actually breaking very, very late against Sean Go, and that's gonna send both of them into the gravel and out of the race. Both of them go. It was going so well between these two, but now that was nasty. We now have 4 separate incidents to look at, but since both of them have crashed, there will be no penalties. Same goes for Wimberly and Nakamura. Cashew was an individual case. And that was going to open the door at least for Grant to score at least 4 positions in his pursuit to secure 3rd place, or maybe to secure 3rd place in the CO Cup standings, or the Zako Cup standings. Alex Grant now up in 11 is going to be provisionally be downgraded to 12th place, given that Masaraido is going to be able to at the very least be within 30 seconds behind Alex Grant. Chakareza 3rd, Salman 4th, Fumi 5th, and Sean Pauly 6th. Joshua Sahi and Seri meanwhile are still added between each other. And the gap's now dropped down to 24.9 seconds between the two. Yeah, the race has been very, very brutal. Yeah, as a few of us have pointed out, Zeke Wimberly and Aaron Nakamura have crashed, and then we have Sean Go and Jake Martinez just crashing. And while it is very, very unfortunate to see Hyuta Asano go out like this, at the very least, Asano can have the 3 races that he has had as a cushion for him to, at the very least, continue having at it. And of course, this will mean that Asano's official last win in Formula Hololive is winning the Motegi, the Epilogue Grand Prix at Suzuka in the Zako Cup. And now we have Joshua Asahi continuing to see a lot of problems there in overtaking Alex Grant. Oh, and at this point, Joshua Asahi has had enough! Joshua Asahi has had enough of Alex Grant blocking him, so Joshua Asahi actually put matters into his own hands. And all around the world, I have to assure to you all that all of the Aqua crew are absolutely cheering on this guy for showing him justice. Yeah, even though he has a 30-second time penalty. But, oh man, what a rebuttal for Joshua Asahi, who absolutely knows game. And right now we have Sean Pauly now in 5th place, but he has yet to pit. Salman has already pitted, and he's already ahead of Alex Grant by, it looks to me, by, I believe, over 40 seconds from what we're seeing. We cannot confirm to you all just yet, as they have yet to cross the start-finish line. Oh man, you can see here Asahi was given a round of applause by the Aqua crew, and of course Hyuta Asano, who managed to teach him justice. Well, Grant now currently is down in 11th place, while Sean Pauly just needs to keep his head down. And if he does crash, then Hyuta Asano will be champion. He will be crowned champion if Sean Pauly somehow crashes out. And of course, Sean Pauly is independent, and by independent I mean has nothing to do with Alex Grant essentially taking out Hyuta Asano. Just want to reassure everyone that. I mean, Pauly was already ahead, so. Anyways, just wanted to explain to you all the current situation at the front. Seirin has now closed the gap down to Asahi by 21 seconds, but now with Asahi having clean air, it's going to be be a case of actually it's going to be a case of seeing and how these two actually managed to handle their lap times here. As you can see, Seirin is going to be pitting in the next 10 to 12 laps maybe. Asahi is probably going to be pitting in the next 22 laps, so there's going to be a difference in fuel strategy for these two drivers. But the overcut strategy should, I believe, be more preferred due to the fact that this track is very, very cold at the moment. We're racing this here in December, and of course, winter is pretty much real in Japan. Yeah, between Crystal Salman and Alex Brandon currently sit at 42 seconds. And right now looking at Crystal Salman, who is currently doing pretty okay, I guess. There's another battle here, and that's Gibbons and Fumi. Or rather, that is Fumi now coming into the pits. And provisionally, this would mean that Sean Pauli is in a championship winning position. But right now, don't count your laurels out, as there's still a lot going on here in the CO Cup. Around now, Salman's battle is with Fumi though. And Salman is now currently in the main straight. Fumi manages to exit ahead of Salman. This is what we meant about the overcut strategy being the king. So the drivers need to stay as long as possible on the track for them to, at the very least, we get to see something that's going on. This very strategy. Fumi is gonna struggle a bit in warming the tires, as Salman's tires is probably warmed up, but we need to see if the gaps are able to be closed. And the gaps actually open up, so Fumi now takes the position away from Salman. First and second having very, very lonely races at the moment, you can see. We really don't want championships decided on the pit lane. We want championships to be decided at the finish line. But given Asano's very, very amazing 3 races that he has had since Minato Aqua announced her graduation until the Okayama Super Prix in the Zako series, in the Zako Cup, Asano has been a man with renewed convictions with him actually now being one of the better drivers in the aero by far, giving his performances in aero competition. But now Seirin has Masaraido and Alex Grant to clear, so there might be something in the way of Seirin when if she wants to challenge that top spot against Asahi. We are now past the halfway stage here in Twin Ring Motegi in the finale Grand Prix at Motegi. Now Joshua Asahi manages to steal back the fast spot of the race. You can see here Sean Pauli doesn't have a good run there off of turn 9, but Cal Gibbons is going to try to go down the inside. Pauli manages to defend. And right now looking to the next drivers who will be pitting, we are going to be looking at Seirin and Sean Pauli pitting at the same time, as well as Joey. Joshua Asahi will be pitting earlier. Jeff Rowan will also be pitting pretty late into the race. Asano, Pauli will be actually pitting very, very late into the race. Sinful will be pitting earlier. Wimberley out of the race. Nakamura out of the race. Salman is going to run until the end of the race, as he's already made his pit stop. Cal Gibbons will be pitting in the same strategy. So we're going to be expecting a lot of drivers to be pitting at the same time. So there's going to be a hectic pit lane coming up soon. Lap 35, 34 laps complete. We are now coming into 30 laps to go in this in the Zako Cup season, and anything can still go. if you want to know the gaps between Shaki Reza and the rest of the field, this is where Shaki Reza is. This is where Joshua Asahi is. He's already crossed the line, and he's now opened the gap himself again against Seirin. So it's another great race. This time from Joshua Asahi. As Asahi now continues to. He essentially continues to fling himself at it as Seirin now gets into the 136. And right now, Sean Pauli just needs to get as many positions as possible if he wants to get into a championship winning position. And right now, there's still a lot going on here in Twin Ring Motegi. Mine's getting tired right now, but we'll have to keep going. As you can see, Sean Pauli now trying to advance his way into third place, and you can see he's getting very close though, but still nothing to talk about as Pauli continues to still remain behind. As Joshua Asahi now finally comes into the pits. It's not going to be a long service into the pits, as I will admit, but we will see the difference in how they do the strategies here. As you can see here, Seirin is not really that blocked that much like Masaraido right now, but Seirin might just be slightly hampered. Asahi's now getting out though. He's getting out though. Seirin is still in the main straight. And Joshua Asahi manages to stay in the lead. That was a quick pit stop from Joshua Asahi, and that will mean that he will be clear for the rest of the race, and the gaps will continue to be open between himself and Seirin. So it will be Joshua Asahi's race to lose. Which does mean one thing: he has the ability to attack Alex Grant once again. Make that what you will. But you can see here, you can tell how satisfying his contact was. But you can tell that I'm not sure. Will Asahi actually no? Just wanted to check as how Grant got spun out there. Actually, just went to check on the video here. Lap 37 of the finale Grand Prix at Motegi, and you can see it here. Yeah, I think that there's going to be an investigation opened by the stewards. Not that Asahi wanted to care about. I mean, he will still. I mean, if he does get a 15-second penalty for causing a collision, if he can still maintain that gap coming into the win here in Twin Ring Motegi, then it wouldn't matter anyways. As you can see here, Asahi, who is now currently leading the race still against Seirin, who is yet to pit, Shakireza, who is yet to pit. He's the first driver, he's the lead driver in this race who have already pitted. And so, looking into the current situations here for the stewards here, given that they want to be black and white and they want to not play favorites, yes, and we have confirmation Joshua Asahi will actually receive a 15-second penalty for causing a collision. However, this collision doesn't result in a DNF. Just want to update this into the chat right now. Joshua Asahi will be getting a penalty. so just wanted to update this information. So yeah, we have confirmation here. Joshua Asahi will be serving a 15-second time penalty for essentially causing a collision to Alex Grant. But you can tell that the fans are still happy anyway for essentially just giving justice back to Alex Grant. Alex Grant will still finish 12th regardless, at least for now, given that he needs to still also serve a 30-second time penalty. Seiren now trying to come close to the lap car that is Masaraido. Meanwhile, Joshua Asahi is currently continuing to build the gap. Tom Holly currently in 4th place. This is the position he needs to be to win the title. And it looks to me that they might be pitting in the next 5 to 7 laps here for the remaining drivers who have yet to pit. And he will be, and Tom Foley is going to be exposed to Fumi and Salman. Yeah, anyways. Complete here in Twin Ring Motegi, and there's still a lot to play for in this race. As you can see here, Sean Pauly now continuing to try to play his cards right for him to win the CO Cup title. Will it be Yuta Sano? Will it be Sean Pauly? We'll have to wait and see. So right now, there's still a lot of things going on. There's still a lot of permutations going on. Lots of circumstances to watch out for. He has managed to build up a 10-second gap, or rather 9.3-second gap to Seiren, who's currently running in 2nd. .134.0 for Asahi. Seiren is going to be a 1:35.755. So Asahi's essentially gaining 1.7 seconds a lap based on his last lap data. Chakarez is actually faster than Seiren. Same goes for Pauly. Pauly is slower than Chakarez slightly, so that's something to watch out for as well. So we're gonna take a slight break, maybe a minute or two, to try to calm ourselves down and to rest the brain. Just wanted to see, just wanted to mention to you everyone to essentially stay tuned and don't go anywhere. We will be coming back to you in around lap 42 or 43. Take care everyone and stay tuned. Welcome back to Twin Motegi for the finale Grand Prix at Motegi, and now we have seen movement in the pit lane. And now we get to see Gibbons, Polly, and Saren now making their move into the pit lane. Saren's now just getting herself out, which now leaves only a few drivers left to yet to make a pit stop. Shaki Reza, Joey, and Johan Sinful, and Sean Polly has managed to beat Shaki Reza, but no, Shaki Reza yet to do it. Well, you can see here the undercut strategy, or rather the overcut strategy, has actually worked for Hofumi, as Hofumi has actually kind of overtaken Sean Polly, but this is going to be the battle I might want to pay attention here. Sean Polly trying to get into Hofumi right now. There is contact between the two. Sean Polly is now slipping and sliding here, and if Asahi, Shaki Reza, and Sayers' positions are also going to be maintained, then Polly is currently in a net 5th place, which would mean that it's not going to be enough for him to win the CO Cup. Or rather the Zako Cup, apologies. As you can see, there's still a long way to go. 42 laps complete. 24 laps, or rather 22 laps to go here in Twin Ring Motegi on what has been a thrilling decider of the Formula Hololive Japan Zako Cup season. It just continues to unfold. And just for the attention, Shaki Reza has already come into the pits. Joey and Johan Sinful as well. These are the last drivers who will be making their pit stops. They are currently in the box right now. Shaki Reza is currently stationary, but not anymore. Here come the drivers. Saren has already cleared. Here's Hofumi. Here's Sean Polly. Here's Shaki Reza. Shaki Reza stayed ahead of Hofumi, and crucially, this will place Sean Polly in 5th place. As it stands, Hiyuta Asano will be the Zako Cup champion. Joey has been overtaken by Crystal Salmon, who's now currently up in 7th place. And right now, Sean Polly doesn't need to worry right now. He has a fresh shot at anyone so far. He's trying to attack Hofumi immediately. He wants to gap that Zako Cup win. Even if it meant taking it away from Hiyuta Asano, who absolutely deserves it this season. Sean Polly is going to try to get himself into a position where he can get the Zako Cup. And now we're coming into 20 laps to go, but this time it's going to be Calvin Gibbons causing trouble. Calvin Gibbons is going to cause trouble to Sean Polly. Gibbons, can he hang around the inside? And it looks like the battle might still be on. The two drivers now going side by side, and they're still... And it's going to be down the inside. That goes Callum Gibbons trying to make a move against Sean Polly to make Asano's life easier. But as you can see here, there's still a lot to play for. And you can see the gaps between Asahi and Saren up to 43 seconds. This is after Saren has made her first pit stop. Well, first and only pit stop. Looks to me that no one will be making any more pit stops at this rate, at least in a scheduled manner. Callum Gibbons now trying to cause trouble to Sean Polly and to give hope to Hiyuta Asano. Even if Sean Polly is already one position below the required points needed to win the CO Cup title, or rather, just want to apologize once again. Sean Polly needs 3rd place. Apologies for the shakeup. Based on the points gap that we have right now, Sean Polly is not going to win the CO Cup, Zako Cup. Even if he does finish in 4th place, he will need to finish 3rd though. He needs to finish 3rd. He needs to finish 3rd. 4th or lower is not going to cut it. Right now, Sean Polly is going to be driving with a lot of intent. The gaps between Shaki Reza and Sean Polly are only at around 4.4 seconds. So any drop off in pace, and it's going to be Sean Polly to take the rains, and it's going to be very fascinating to see how this race goes. Onboard Hofumi in car number 1, and as you can see here, Shakariza is actually faster than both Fumi and Polly. And here's another thing that we want to probably point out: if Seirin manages to if Seirin actually manages to crash into someone, and Asahi does manage to crash into someone, then Paul's going to be in third and he will be winning the Zako Cup title. But of course it's going to be very, very iffy to see that happening. At least I'd like to know that how it works. Asahi now getting a very good lap at 133.7, and he is pretty lonely at the lower, but now he's catching back out to Alex Grant. And as it stands right now, Alex Grant will be finishing in 12th place with that 30-second time penalty. Joshua Asahi will still win this race, albeit with a shortened gap to Seirin. It's no longer going to be at around 44 seconds. It's now going to be at 29 seconds. Just wanted to point that out. It's lap 46, 19 laps to go, and still a lot to play for as Seirin now manages to reply a bit to Asahi to see if she's able to get into 14 seconds of gap between herself and Asahi, but we'll have to wait and see. And now you have Alex Grant just continuing to do his own race, even after he explicitly crashed into the back of Hyuta Sano, sending him out of the race. So Hyuta Sano will end his championship campaign with 632 points regardless in the Zako Cup. Meanwhile, Joshua Asahi has already done some justice to Alex Grant. What will he be able to do it again? There's no reason he doesn't want to, but he will get another 50-second penalty if he does so. So possibly. And right now, there's still a lot to play for in this title fight. Meanwhile, Polly has absolutely lost it to Shakireza. Polly is currently fighting a losing battle with the gap that has been opened up. So right now, Sean Polly is now entrusting the fates to try to bring the championship to him. But as it stands right now, it's going to be the way of Hyuta Sano winning the Zako Cup. That's now dropped down to 42 seconds, but will Seirin have enough time to close the gap down to 15 seconds for her to grab her first win for Otono Sekande in Formula Hololive? Completed 47 laps here in Twin Wing Motegi in the finale Grand Prix at Motegi Zako Cup race, and you can see here there's still a long, again as mentioned multiple times ago, it's still a long way to go. Even if it is 20 laps to go or so, we still have a lot of much of the race to finish. And once we get into lap 50, we will get into 15 laps to go. And right now the gaps have absolutely closed down just a bit against, between Asahi and Seirin. Meanwhile, just looking into Sean Pauly's gap, which is now slightly opened to Shakib Reza. He is gonna try to close in, as there's still a lot to be seen, as you can see. Just wanted to have a bit of a quiet time on the stream to let everyone hear the noises of these Formula Hololive cars powered by i4 engines, turbocharged i4 engines. Lap 49. Well, it's already lap 49 already, and we're still taking a look into how the permutations are going to play out. Sean Pauly has now lost a lot of time against Fumi and Shakib Reza. He now sits at 135, so Asano will have a breath of fresh air knowing the circumstances. Pauly is literally 2 positions away to win the Zako Cup, and it's still anyone's game. It looks to me that Fumi is now clawing himself back into Shakib Reza, and if both of these drivers get into the battle and they go side by side frequently, then Sean Pauly is going to be able to close back in onto these drivers. And we're now getting into lap 50 right now with 49 laps complete. We are now currently at 15 laps to go here in Twin Ring Motegi, and the finale Grand Prix at Motegi Zako Cup race. 15 laps to go in the Zako Cup season. And Seirin now responsible for half the lot of the race, 133.299, for her to get herself within 15 seconds of Asahi, and the gas now dropped down to 38 seconds. As you can see here, Asahi is still stuck behind Alex Grant. Will Asahi risk bumping Alex Grant off again? And he might be getting a 15-second penalty again, and this will mean that Seirin just needed a bit more. Actually needed less to close the gap. And right now she is closing the gap, but time is not on her side. Meanwhile, for the battle in the midfield, it looks like Gibbons Gibbons is going to be one of the bigger winners out there. He will probably have the best chance to secure possibly a top 5 finish in the Zako Cup standings. And then we have Johan Sinful, who is able to finally score some decent amount of points. So there's still a lot to play for, even though there are like 12 cars remaining. And you can see here, Hofumi has now absolutely caught himself up into the back of Shakib Reza. As you can see, the gaps have now dropped down to now less than 2 seconds between Fumi and Shakib Reza. And Fumi, if he is going to attack a lot on Shakib Reza at the moment, we also want to pay attention to Sean Pauly's time. Shakib Reza 135.1, 133.3 for Hofumi. And we need to crucially check on to Sean Pauly's time, 134.416. So Pauly is gaining against Shakib Reza on this battle for the Zako Cup. still a long wait. Again, a long way to go, even if it was 15 laps ago. Yeah. Rohan now sets his own personal best with 134.4 as he is currently in the top 10. Fumi continues to pull in onto Shakib Reza's gap. Shakib Reza is looking to score another time on the podium, as you can see. Alright, so and then we have Shakib Reza still trying to stay. Shakib Reza still trying to go at it. Saren has now closed the gap up into about into the 35-second mark. Just trying to hope that there's something to play for. And so if we have to do this, Asahi trying to we're trying to score Asahi's results. Then we're gonna have to look into everyone else. Differences. Saren still 35 seconds behind Joshua Asaki. And then we have Shakib Reza currently in third place now, trying to defend against Hofumi. Sean Pauli has now also caught up to Shakib Reza right now. So he needs to overtake both of them if he wants to win the Zako Cup title. Hofumi is going to try to pile on the pressure on Shaki. Looking to the drivers for a back. Sinful currently in 9th place. Joey is in 8th. Salman 7th after a pretty chaotic race. So let's take a look into the progress chart. Fumi has gained 4 positions from 8th. Gibbons have gained 5 positions into 6th. He started 11th. Joey started 16th. He's now up into 8th. And then Sinful started 18th. He's now up into 9th place. So just wanted to have a bit of a pause for a while. Anyways, back into the stream here in Twin Ring Motegi. As you can see here, Saren now has dropped the gap down to 33 seconds. Hofumi, meanwhile, is currently at around 1.2 seconds behind Muhammad Shakib Reza. Sean Pauli, meanwhile, has closed the gap into Muhammad Shakib Reza as well. Looks to me like Fumi might actually have problems, though, against Shakib Reza, though. Alright, so, and then, just want to check on the continuous set of circumstances that are currently in Asano's favor. Pauli's still in 5th place. Sinful, meanwhile, might actually take a battle near the end of the race as we're now coming into 10 laps to go here in Motegi. Tenths of a second now separating. Now it's going to be 6/10 separating between Sinful and Joey. And then we have Saren just continuing to close the gap, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And just a bit of a confirmation though, Asahi will only have Masaraido as the only driver a lap down. Meanwhile, Seirin is going to essentially... Seirin is just essentially going to continue piling on the pressure again against Asahi, who's now only being able to set a 135.170. Seirin might just be able to set a 134 at the very least to gain a second lap. Johansson, meanwhile, is currently running in 9th place. Still trying to find a way past Joey. Sean Paul has now caught himself back into for Hofumi. It's still not over yet for the Inugami Coronet driver, as there's still lots to play for. So just wanted to remind everyone, due to more the DNF already in the points already, the results will actually be inverted for the DNFers. So this would mean that despite Asano finishing in 17th, he will be seen as finishing in 16th. I think we're still good. So we're going to consider Asano as only having 632 points. So we will see how this plays out right at the end. Five laps complete, 9 laps to go in the Zako's Cup season. 9 laps to go with the 9 laps to go for these drivers until their seasons have concluded, if you haven't crashed already. And right now we have Sean Pauli still currently pursuing Hofumi, and if he does finish in 4th, it's not going to be enough. There won't be any tiebreakers. There's still going to be a difference of points. As Sean Pauli continues to barrel his way into the main straight. Meanwhile, Seirin still continues to slowly close the gap one by one. The gap's probably going to be 50 seconds from Joshua Asahi due to his second penalty. But if he does crash into the back of Alex Grant once again, rear-ending him, then it will be another 30 seconds, and suddenly the race is now back into Seirin's hands. Eight laps to go. And you can see here the timer is running out. The time is running out for multiple of these drivers to make the moves. Joey still defending very well against Johansson, who's currently running in 9th place. Ofumi still in that reasonably realistic position for him to actually get himself into the top 10. Just wanted to get a bit of a check, because you look into the Zako Cup standings, Hofumi is currently out of the top 10, and if he does finish inside the top 10, that will be nice given the circumstances. Stop. Hey, oh my goodness. Shakireza currently in 3rd place, Seirin 2nd. Salama has now set a personal best so far with 133. He is going to be chasing Callum Gibbons. Alright. Anyways, back into the stream. We still have not actually this time we can say there's not much left in the race to go, and we only have 7 laps. Seirin now dropping down the gaps to 31 seconds. This still won't be enough for Seirin to steal Asahi's win by virtue of penalties. Shakireza still maintains his spot in 3rd place. Fumi in 4th, Holly 5th, Gibbons 6th, Salman 7th, Joey 8th. And then there's Sinful in 9th and Rohan in 10th place. So it's going to be a bit of a touch and go to see how the results are going to be playing out. Apparently due to host issues, especially coming into the end, the results will not be processed immediately, and so the announcement in the Adak-RMS social media accounts will not be posted immediately, possibly, actually it's going to be pretty likely, due to pressure from internals. Still gonna have to press on anyways. As you can see, Alex Grant still keeps Joshua Asahi at bay, and at this point, Seirin now doesn't need to attack. Seirin doesn't need to go attack Asahi well, mainly Asahi doesn't really need to attack Alex Grant, as the championship battle is now going to go in between himself. Well, he doesn't need to actually attack Alex Grant anymore, because the gaps has not been still pretty realistic. It's still pretty much safe for him to maintain. Grant is now actually matching somewhat. Seirin now gets into the 135s. Holly is getting close to Hofumi, but if he does overtake Hofumi, which Shakireza has already pulled away against Hofumi, Holly is not going to be the Zako Cup champion. 6 laps to go. And then we see Sean Pauly now still trying to chase Hofumi for position. He is currently in 4th place. Five laps to go here in Twin Motegi. And there's still lots to play out for. Go on, you can see here. Anyways, still not much left in this race. Now it's going to be Callum Gibbons now trying to get close to Sean Pauly for position, as the final stages of the Zako Cup are currently being laid out, and it's going to be increasingly in the hands of Hyuta Asano, who will be winning the Zako Cup by being in the pit lane. But then again, his performances in the middle of the season would alone warrant that Zako Cup, given his tenacity to attack from the back and also to just stay up in front to defend, and overall showing his resilience as an Aqua crew through and through, especially after Aqua has graduated. His wins at Motegi and Motegi. His wins at Autopolis and Suzuka will be the wins that will catch on the memory of everyone who is watching Aero competition so far. 3.5 laps to go, and right now there's still it's Joshua Asahi now maintaining that position. The gaps are actually open up there between Asahi and Seirin. Asahi, I believe, has now already cleared Alex Grant, so Asahi should have a clear road to his first Aero win in his debut. Not the first time we actually got to see a driver winning on his debut. So Joshua Asahi is going to lead this race with 2 laps to go. I think, yeah, he will get the Grand Slam after all. He's, I believe, led all the laps so far. He's got pole position. He's got the fastest lap, and if he can hang on to this win, then he will be only, I believe, the second driver to get a Grand Slam in Aero competitions. And the last time we get to see a Grand Slam of what I believe was Zig Wimberly when he grabbed a Grand Slam racing for Sarasvana back in Formula Hololive International. And right now we are still going to be checking on the last time the driver has managed to grab a Grand Slam. And a bit of a confirmation, yes, Zeke Wimberly is the last driver to have received a Grand Slam, and he's currently the only driver so far. If Asahi can at the very least win this race and maintain the status as the only driver to lead the driver to have led every single lap here in the Zako Cup race, then he is going to be the second driver to get this treat. Especially given that this is his debut Formula Hololive race. 2 laps to go on the horizon for the assistant, as Asahi is going to not long confirm his first win in ARO competition. Seirin, of course, has opened up the gap to Asahi, who is now currently in second place. She will still be proud anyway to have been finishing she will be finishing like around 20 seconds behind Seirin after penalties. And Sean Pauly now going down the inside of Hofumi on the penultimate lap of the race, but it's not going to be enough. He needs to get Mohamed Shakib Reza if he wants to win the Zako Cup title. Hofumi is not going to make this easy for Hofumi. As you can see, Hofumi manages to make the outside line work at turn 11. But now before Sean Pauly might think of a gung-ho move on the final stages of the race. Another one lap has already started a long time ago by Joshua Asahi. And now we're looking into Joshua Asahi, only a few corners left to try to secure what will be a very, very promising win for the assistants. Last time they saw their VTuber and driver win was back in the Malaysia Grand Prix Split B race. Well, the Japan Grand Prix Split B race that was in last year when Fabio Mendes won for Hakui Koiri, but this time for the new debutant Joshua Asahi for Hakui Koiri on the final lap of the finale Grand Prix at Motegi Zako Cup race, he is going to bring it home in the most dominant way possible in his own debut, and what a surprise it's going to be. Sean Pauly now is going to try to attack Hofumi once again, they are now on their penultimate laps. Shaki Reza is slowing down. If Sean Pauli can nail this move, then we will be absolutely sure that Sean Pauli is going to be in serious position to win the title. But no, Sean Pauli is staying behind Hofumi. Ryuta Asano is going to be breathing a massive sigh of relief, given the circumstances here. Joshua Asahi only has 5 corners left for Hakuya Koiri and the assistants watching on. We haven't seen a debutant go this blazing on his first ever Formula Hololive start. Maybe we've seen it with Jake Goodwin. We've seen Grand Slam being done by Zeke Wimberly, who have had the most wins out of anyone so far in Formula Hololive. But now we are going to be seeing history being made with Joshua Asahi going out of the final corner. Wow! To everyone who is watching him progress, he wins the 2024 finale Grand Prix at Motegi Zako Cup race. And in the way of the Grand Slam, Alex Grant will finish 12th with Masahiro getting up into 11th. There's still Seirin, Shaki Reza, Hofumi, and Sean Pauli as matters to settle with. Shaki Reza will probably secure the podium. If Seirin and Shaki Reza stay where they are right now in 2nd and 3rd place, then the championship will go to Ryuta Asano. Seirin will cross the line for her debut podium in her debut race in Formula Hololive Japan for Otonose Kanade. While Shaki Reza, this is what Ryuta Asano needs to see. Shaki Reza rounds out the final corner with not many issues at the moment, with Hofumi 4th and Mohamed Shaki Reza 6th, and crucially Sean Pauli in 5th place. Ryuta Asano is your 2024 Formula Hololive Japan Zako Cup champion. Cal Gibbons 6th, Salman 7th, Joey 8th, Sinful 9th, Rohan is set to finish in 10th place. What an end to the season that we're seeing here. Paul tried to make the charge work, but it has not gone to his plans. Even with the dice of fate going into Sean Pauli's way, it unfortunately is not enough. As we're now getting into the race results, Joshua Asahi first, Seirin second, Shaki Reza third, and then Hofumi fourth. Sean Pauli did what he needed to do, but it wasn't enough. Well, he wasn't in the position necessary to win the Zako Cup title where he needed to be. And so Ryuta Asano is your 2024 Zako Cup champion. Cal Gibbons 6th, Crystal Salman 7th, Joey 8th, Johan Sinful 9th, and Jeff Rohan in 10th place. Alex Grant in 12th place with Masahiro promoted to 11th after Alex Grant's penalty. And just to note, Joshua Asahi actually wins this race by 20 seconds over Seirin. Shango, Jake Martinez 13th, Shango 14th, Zeke Wimberly 15th, Aya Nakamura 16th, Ryuta Asano, your 2024 Formula Hololive Japan Zako Cup champion, will finish in 17th, and Wama Cashew 18th, Itsukai Dimikolev 19th. So with that out of the way, we are going to save the replay for future reference to see what has exactly happened. So we are going to see what has exactly happened to Mohamed Cashew there. So first of all, let's see what has happened here. I think he was under pressure from Hofumi in the replay. So we're going to see here. Oh no, he made contact with Hofumi. But I don't think that just by contact alone, Hofumi would be getting a penalty. So I think Hofumi will be getting out scot-free. And yeah, you can see here, Mohamed Cashew tried to get out, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. And Ryuta Asano, on the other hand, it's... Oh dear, looking into the replays, it's actually worse than you'd think. Oh man, oh dear, that was insane to look at. Let's look into the reverse angle just to see how bad this collision was. Oh yeah, that's very late braking from Alex Grant. Sent Ryuta Asano out of the race. And we will here's Alex Grant is on board. Ooh. And here's the onboard from Yuta Asano. Ooh. Yep, the penalty is justified. As you can see here, we are going to showcase you more replays as we go. First of all, we have Wimberly Nakamura's incidents, just to point out. So it's Ira Nakamura on the attack against Zeke Wimberly. Oh man, and it was actually another flip by Zeke Wimberly. Oh my goodness. So let's check a look into another angle here. Oh, flip. Unfortunately, didn't make contact with Hofumi. And the last incident to look at is between Go and Martinez. Just wanted to check how they essentially crash between each other. So it's actually very weird to look at, especially. Just wanted to check. So look at Jake Martinez though, or rather look at Hofumi. So you can see here, just as Jake Martinez braking a bit too late there, hitting Sean Go there. And that would explain how they essentially crashed. So with that being said, we are going to officially etch Asano's name in the record books. Just wanted to highlight the thing here. So anyways, we are going to officially inaugurate the trophy now. So anyways, for Hyuta Asano, we are going to provide him with the trophy. I just wanted to showcase Asano the trophy here. So Hyuta Asano, congratulations to the Minato Aqua driver who has had an amazing 3-race stint that featured 2 wins and 2 wins and 3 podium finishes to cap off an amazing career by Minato Aqua. And to cap off an amazing campaign by Hyuta Asano to bow out of the series with a championship. What better way to go out this way than this way? So with that out of the way, we are going to do a bit of an intermission here to essentially get the results process. Hopefully. Oh dear, the Assetto Corsa has crashed. Oh no, Assetto Corsa has not crashed. So looking into the results, we are going to check back. Yeah, it looks like the time and the delta is not going to be shown, but as far as the points finishers are concerned, it is pretty accurate. So we are going to be showing everyone the final point standings regardless. So anyways, let's take a look into the final championship standings in the 2024 Formula Hala Japan Zako Cup, as we're about to finally close this stream. Congratulations again to Hyuta Asano and Minato Aqua for winning the Zako Cup, especially given that Aqua has already graduated 3 months ago. Hyuta Asano finally getting the job done for the Aqua crew. Nice to see him finally lift the trophy. Very nice to see. Son Pauli's valiant effort to see him finish in 2nd place. Joey finishes the Zako Cup in 3rd place for Jufute Raden. Moshaki Reza sealed 4th place with his 3rd place finish in the Zako Cup, with Cal Gibbons finishing the season in 5th. And then 6th place, Jeff Rohan and then Hofumi, as we mentioned, gets up into the top 10. And we're going to actually note that Alex Grant will be having less points than he has right now, 312, due to him having penalties. Zeke Wimberly with 235, Sean Go at 224, and then we have Jake Martinez 222. Joshua Asahi with his win propels the Koi-rated car from last place to 12 in the blink of an eye. Of course, the Solomon finishes the season with 208, Seirin with 207, Iron Nakamura 186, 185 to Muhammad Cashew. Marshall Ryder should have more points, but I'm not sure if he's able to overtake Muhammad Cashew. So watch out for the social media accounts for the final championship scoring. And then we have Isekai Mikalev 135 and Johan Sinful at 89 points. So that out of the way, let's finally end the stream on a high note with a preview of the CO Cup race. 7 contenders will vie for the CO Cup trophy tomorrow. And with that out of the way, let's thank everyone who has committed themselves to the entire season. And for them to showcase your commitments to the series, I'd like to thank everyone. I cannot thank you guys enough. So with that out of the way, we're going to be moving on into the next race, which is going to be tomorrow, which is going to be the finale Grand Prix at Motegi CO Cup race. So please stay tuned to the Arrows and social media accounts and the YouTube channel for more of these races. So with that being said, I'd like to ask everyone to take care and stay tuned for tomorrow. This won't be the last we'll be seeing of the championship deciders. So anyway, stay tuned and we'll see you tomorrow.